Women want men going their own way banned immediately. Women want men going their own way banned immediately. After spending years going after men, telling men, we don't want you, leave us alone, stay away from us, don't be around us, men have listened and have gone their own way. They've walked away or they're going their own way, choosing to separate themselves from relationships, dating, and instead focus on things that make them happy. And now women are pissed off about it. Today's video comes from Alpha Central. Their channel is linked in the description. Watch the end of the video to fully understand why men are going their own way while women want it bad, and the implications this is going to have for society, women, and all of us.
If you walk through that door, we're done. If you walk through that door, we're done. Wow. What the heck? Yo, are you dead?
Always remember, your friends have your back in those tough situations.
Would you rather be with a broke man that loves you so much, or with anything apart from that, or with a billionaire that provides for you but doesn't love you and cheats on you? Billionaire. Like, I didn't even have to think about it. Like, obviously the billionaire. Love goes out the window, mate, when there's no food on the table. I mean, are we talking about broke? Like, absolutely broke. Like, no. What am I going to do with that love? I can't eat that love. Someone's love wants to fly first class. That's a famous quote from Love is Blind. Oh, yeah. What am I going to do? That broke man would probably not be so in love with you if he was a billionaire. Yeah, because you never know how people change when they got loads of money. You don't know a man until a man has power.
You know, what's very interesting, guys, is that no matter what women say, men can watch, a lot of guys can watch all of these videos. They can see exactly what women are saying, and it'll go in one ear and come out the other. A lot of men, you know, just they can't take this feedback. You have guys who live in the Philippines. The Philippines is a good example. And they're like, my Filipina, she's perfect. I actually had one guy in the comments of one of my videos say that, he's successful. He's a very successful guy right now. But if it wasn't for his wife, he wouldn't be anything. And if it wasn't for his wife, he would basically be a violent man walking around. And I'm like, holy cow. So you're basically admitting that if you did not have a woman to rub your back and to comfort you and make sure your balls were empty and your belly is full, you would be out there destroying society. Yes. Like, what the living hell is wrong with these men? I guys, like, if that's the life that you want to be around, then there are ways of dealing with people like you. Like, straight up saying that if I don't have a woman, I'm going to destroy society. If I don't have a woman, I'm going to become violent. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, you look at the INCELs and they call themselves involuntary. The truth of the matter is, these are nasty people. These are nasty guys. These are horrible men, a lot of times with terrible personalities. You could see it, for example. Whenever you have someone from their community that says, okay, you know what? I'm just going to take it on the chin. I'm going to go work on myself, go to the gym, get in shape, work on my finances. And then the guy goes off and gets a girlfriend. They will become so vitriolic and go, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter if you're dating someone or not. You're still one of us. And you're wondering, well, how is that possible? The guy got in shape, got money, got a girl, got his life together. How is he still one of you? He is. You're still one of us. She doesn't actually like you, and you will always be one of us. It's guys, these are nasty people. Nasty, nasty people. All right? There's so many of these people who have that mindset. Like, if I don't get what I want, I will destroy everything around me and everyone around me. It's a horrible mental state. It's a horrible, horrible mental state. You have a lot of the guys and a lot of these guys who go overseas. Because like I said, the SIP economy is moving overseas. It's moving overseas, and you have a lot of these guys where, as long as that their basic carnal needs are met, they don't care. Only when they get screwed over do they want to run to the manosphere and start crying about their situation. You could, they go over there, they get into a relationship, and they're very happy because they have someone who's going to feed them, and make sure their belly is full, balls are empty, and their basic carnal needs are being met. And you can tell these guys, listen, I understand that she comes across as very loving and kind. I'm happy for you, but listen, she doesn't actually love you, and they'll get angry at you. They'll want to. They will get they will almost get violent with you because they don't want to hear the idea, any suggestion that this person doesn't love them, and you're like, listen, all what your relationship is transactional, and this is a cultural thing, and simply because someone does these things for you and makes you feel good doesn't mean that they actually love you or even want to actually be with you. It's an exchange of value. You're providing money and they're providing labor. They emotion they listen to you, they take care of you, they take care of your home. But this is an exchange of value. All right, if you could not provide what you're providing, they would be gone by the next day. And sadly, a lot of these men don't accept this concept until suddenly one day they're like, "My wife just changed, and I didn't realize it. I didn't know what happened, and she was just and she basically took everything." And it's like, here's the thing: if you actually listen to the manosphere, we're giving you this knowledge for free, but you didn't want it. We told you from the very beginning, men and women think differently. This is not to say that women are bad, but women do not think the way that men think, even if they try to pretend like they do, and we are not the same. A woman will break up with you years before she actually breaks up with you. What does that mean? She will psychologically and mentally break up from you and divorce herself from you long before she actually takes any action. So by the time she actually does it, the relationship was already over. I've already said it that in many cases, women are planning their divorce before they plan the wedding. Okay? Men are the ones who are still believing in the sanctity of marriage. Most women don't. It's an opportunity to build themselves up, as find the plan B guy, build their life off him, and then get out. Okay? We don't talk about the notion that many women already plan their exit strategy before they even get married. And she knows exactly what she's going to do to keep you locked in, to keep you engaged, to make you believe that this is a real marriage, it's a real relationship. When, bro, she knows that you live in a no fault divorce state. All right, she was planning this from the very beginning, and you can't accept that she was planning this from the very beginning. And it's a cultural, it's just how women think today. Okay, this is why a lot of dudes tell you, do not get married. All right, if it's all built on trust, if you're in a situation where you have to trust the other person not to take half your stuff, you have to basically say, oh well, I'm gonna do my best to find someone who's of good character. It doesn't work like that. Okay, I'm telling you, the worst people tell the sweetest lies. And they won't view it that way, because they're going to say, well, I gave you what you wanted. All right, I gave you what you wanted, and now I'm going to take what I want. And that's why so many modern women are angry about MGTOW, because these guys are saying we're walking away, we're going our own way, and we want to live separate lives. We want to be separate from relationships, separate from dating, separate from marriage, separate from the society. And there's no winning with that, because they don't even want to have a conversation. You'll find today that a lot of those guys, they won't even speak. I'm not promoting MGTOW. This is not an MGTOW channel. This is a men walking away channel. Men walking away is men with alternatives. Let me make it very clear. I don't promote MGTOW. I'm one of the people who helped build that community. I'm one of the people who helped establish it. I was once the face of it, but I do not promote it. I don't even support it. You know who the supporters are? Supporters are modern women. They're the ones supporting it. They're the ones pushing men to it. There was a time when I thought that MGTOW would it just would not last the way that it is. Now I'm wrong. I'll tell you why I'm wrong. Why I was wrong. Because women are doubling down and pushing so hard. They're put like right now, you have women who are saying that they want men under 24-hour surveillance. They've pushed men out of all public spaces, and now they're trying to go after men in their homes. They essentially want to, they want, Guys, it's worse than prison. The plans of modern women is worse than prison. Even while you may not have any real privacy in prison, you still have your thoughts. Basically you behave and that's it. Yes, you're under surveillance all the time, but it's a bit different. You know, on the outside, the people around us, they hate us. Society hates us. They would rather that we are not here. They only want us for our utility. And as soon as we are not able to provide that anymore and they don't need us anymore, they dispose of us because they view us as disposable. The way that women are operating in modern society, there's no way that you cannot classify this as absolute hatred. I'm not saying it's all women, but it's what's happened in modern day society today. Okay? You cannot treat someone like this. You cannot treat someone like this and then turn around and say that, "Oh, this is just it's love. It's not love. It's that's how you treat someone that you absolutely resent, despise, and you don't want to exist." The truth of the matter is that women do not like us in Western society, and their anger and fury is only growing much more vitriolic. The vast majority of women do not like us as men. You see the things that they post online, it's absolutely horrible. The things that they say about us, it's absolutely terrible. And yet at the same time, they resent us even more because they subconsciously know that they need us. The state resents us and despises us because it knows that it needs us. All right, we pay 80% of all taxes, while women make 80% of all consumer purchases. So the fewer men that are actually in society, well, yeah, not enough money, no tax revenue, no programs for women, no programs for the state to do what it wants to, and again, it can't even pay its interest right now, and men are just working just enough to survive and thrive and no more because we can live happily in a shoebox at the side of the road. you know I got a message, from one guy who told me, like, he had some ups and downs, but now he's living in a van, and he told me how wonderful it is. I think he has solar electricity, and pretty much he has no bills. He doesn't pay for electricity. He's living in the van. He's enjoying van life, and he makes good money. And all he's doing is stacking cash right now. And he is living. So he is literally living in the equivalent of a shoebox at the side of the road. I keep saying it over and over. A man can live happily in a shoebox at the side of the road, and he is living in a shoebox, literally a human-sized shoebox at the side of the road, and he's thriving, and he's stacking paper, and he has no intentions of doing anything else. Okay, most women cannot live that life. It's the honest to goodness truth. Guys, women chose this for themselves. What's the future? Future is a lot of women ending up in poverty and destitution, and there's no one that's going to come to their rescue. Okay, 2030, 45% of women, 45% of women in the United States between the ages of 25 and 44 will be childless and single. You're going to see increasing numbers of women living in poverty, destitution, homeless, shelters, on the streets, even in the woods. And the world is going to look and say, how did American women and women in Western societies and Westernized societies, including China, end up in this terrible condition? By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to our newsletter for my personal thoughts, insights, and a free copy of my ebook, The Blueprint for Escaping the Rat Race. Click the link in the description to get your free copy. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Women want men going their own way banned immediately. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA. Men walking away, and cheers.